Hey guys, welcome back to Rebuild Reality. I am, of course, your host, Sky Cheyenne. And today I really want to talk about pulling all these things together that we've been talking about, that these teachings have been about, and kind of putting it all in one place here. You know, because we just go off the rails so fast, don't we? So I'm like, okay, if we've got it all in one place, and one video that you guys can, you know, when you need to be pulled out of the well, when you need someone to get you out of the deep end, because we're so good at doing that, that this video is here for you. All right. So one, we know we're in a hallucination, right? If you've been watching my videos, this is exactly what we've been talking about, proving scientifically, going through the scientific 3D mind fact, because that's what the 3D mind likes, right? So that's why I present these things, because the 3D mind, it's like, you can't argue with that, you know, because that's what it wants to do all the time, right? It's always like, oh, nah, 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 nah. And you're just like, sorry, fact. Your eyes don't see, your ears don't hear, you're never really touching anything. You know, all these things are literally being made up by the mind. It assumes it's seeing reality, but it's actually projecting it. Projecting what it assumes it's going to see instead of the true reality that's right here and right now. So you can think of it as where everything is here, right? All possibilities, every version of everything you ever want, including the version you do want now, is literally right here and right now. But we have that lens that keeps it from us, that little doorway called our belief system, what we assume, what we believe, and all of that stuff. That keeps all of that out. That's filtering it all out. That's the door that's holding it all back. And that's why we want to break this sucker down and just get rid of it altogether. So that's why I like presenting those facts that are scientific, because then what's the mind going to do about it, you know? So we're in a hallucination. So you're okay. You are okay. You are safe. And that's big, isn't it? Because we basically spend all of our time, it's like we're in a nightmare, right? And we're lying in bed and we're like, you know, we're struggling and pushing and shoving and trying to figure things out. And we're literally in that nightmare. But this is about waking up from the nightmare, that you are in a hallucination. You're in a dream. You're in an illusion. You know, right here, that's what's taking place all around you, and it's okay. You're safe. You're okay. So I want to stress that, you know, that because you're in a hallucination, there's actually no way you can't get what you want. If you just kind of lie back and you're in the state where you're like, yeah, this is all unfolding naturally. I'm just going to sit here and just watch it show up. In that kind of state, then that's when miracles happen, right? But we get so stuck in healing things and fixing things, or focusing on the past, of people we're pissed off at, things we want to change, things we want to, you know, go back and redo again, right? Because we want that justice. We want that justice. We want things to be different. We want to prove it to other people. We want to prove it to the world. We want to prove it to ourselves. But that's the egoic mind. That's the 3D mind that wants that stuff, because there is no past. There is no past. None of us have a past. Any idea, any thought we have of a past, that is the egoic false 3D mind, because it doesn't know anything but this. So it puts all these fake things there for us to believe in, so we believe in it instead of the true reality. So any idea of a past, any thought of things that happened in the past, not my world, because that's not true. Time and space are an illusion. So is when we're projecting things. Oh, the mind is constantly like, oh, by the end of this month, or by the end of the year, or within the next couple of weeks, or the next 24 hours, you'll get blah, 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 blah. Well, there is no future. So you know who's talking there. Like, no, there is one place, one center, one divinity that is right here and right now, because there is only here and now. There will never, ever be anywhere else but right here and right now. But we're constantly putting ourselves in the past, in the future all the time. So we're taking ourselves out of our point of power, out of that place of our true divinity. And you can think of it like this. Okay, yes, I know that it looks like a boob. You know, I understand that. Okay, maybe I should have put a smaller little dot in the middle. But we'll just have to make do with that, right? One of the first things that happens when you wake up is that you can't stop laughing at everything. I have a hard time a lot of times. I have to like redo these videos, you know, or just be like, oh my God. And I have to stop laughing because it's hard not to. You want to laugh at everything. And then you're like, why? Oh God, dear Lord, why was I ever serious about anything? Why was I ever freaking worried about any of it? You know, and then you just want to have fun. You just want to enjoy yourself. And that's what happens when you get this. That's why I want you guys to get this, my boob scenario. Okay, on with this. So we keep putting ourselves outside of what we want. We keep seeing ourselves, you know, what we want as in here. As being in here, I have to like cover it up now. As being inside the middle of the circle. Being inside that divine mind, you know. We want to be at the center, right? Well, we keep putting ourselves outside of our desires, our needs, our wants. We keep seeing them as not here now. That we're the ones on a journey to get there, to finally get there, to finally arrive, right? But we keep putting ourselves in that mind state of, I'm here, there's a point A and a point B. But there isn't. There isn't any point A. There isn't any, there's just point A. There's no point B because there's no time and space, right? So in literal truth and literal reality, the true reality, the one and only true reality, there's just one thing, right here and right now. No separation, which they established in science a long time ago, right? And because there is no separation, there's no space. And because there's no space, there's no journey from point A to point B. That's why there's no time, because it's not this, it's this. Interesting, isn't it? So there's no journey to go on. All you have to know is that you are at the center. Put yourself at the center of the divinity of yourself. You are at the center of all creation. You're not out there, you know, lacking what you think that you need, you desire, you want. You're at the center. You're the one that everything wants, everything needs, right? Because you're not only at the center of all things, there's nothing else outside of you. You're just that. You're just the center. The illusion is that you're separate from it, that you're outside of it, but you're not. You're right there in the middle where everything you want is. Everything is around you. So you need to put yourself in that center, because otherwise that's just the hallucination that you're not there right now and right here. Because then what changes? Well, what changes is that then you don't need anything, because as the center of your projection, as the center of the true divine mind, you are the center of the divine mind. And as that being, you are from there projecting this hallucination of reality, right? The mirror, as we've spoken about. And then we're forever trying to grab and try and get to all these other places that are just the illusion that they're outside of us. That we're trying to get to these people, these places, these things, these destinations. We're desperately clawing and trying to grab, you know, but that it's not there. That's the fake thing, is that there's something there outside of you. There's nothing outside of you. It's all right here, right now. All those things, all those people, all those situations, all those events, all of reality, all the things you want that are here and not in your perception cannot literally exist without you, because your projection is the thing that is creating them all right here and right now, which is why you want to have the focus on you. You are the love of your life. So you're not looking out there. Everything you've turned around, because you've turned around, everything else in the world has to turn around and face you. It's no longer pointed away from you. That's why you want to be the love of your life. Because when you are the love of your life and you love life, you just enjoy and love life. No matter what it's showing up as, you love life. You look at all the things that are here for you now. Whether you spend time and you're like, looking at the sky. Look at the sky. Look at the grass. Look at the plants. Look at the trees. Look at the animals. Look at everything moving and going around this tremendous, huge illusion that's going around, and you're at the center of it. And start to enjoy that. Start to see the little, even if it's the little things. What do you have? Well, if you're in a place, you're living in a place inside somewhere where you're not living outside on the street. Well, you got a car. You have a car. Do you know how many people don't have a car? Do you have food? Do you have food in your kitchen? Do you know how many people don't have food? Do you have, in your illusion that you've created all these things that have lack, yet we don't want to look at the things that we ourselves, already have. We're constantly focused on what we don't have. Well, I don't have yet, instead of having any gratitude at all for what we do have. So turning it around, being like, well, life is pretty good. Life, and you start looking at that. And then, of course, whatever you look at increases, right? It has to. That's just the law of this whole thing. So you make yourself the center of your world. You make yourself the love of your life. You start loving your life. You just start loving life. Whoa, do things change fast? Yes, things change very fast when you're loving your life, when you're expecting the best. You're expecting it to just, it's coming because it's your hallucination. How could it not? You're lost in your own hallucination, So you have to expect the best because there's no out there. There's nothing out there. Just expect, because it's all coming from within you. Because any illusion that it's out there and is just your projection of your mind, that's a false projection. Because like I said, we don't see. Our senses aren't picking up on reality at all. So how could you not get what you want? How is that even possible unless you're making it happen? We get so tied up in all these stories and we get convinced that we have a past and that we have a destination to get to. And like all the spiritual greats they talk about, all the spiritual teachers and spiritual, ancient tomes and stuff, they're like, just be at peace with yourself. Just be at oneness. There is only one time, one place, one center, one you, one reality. And it's all right here and right now. And when we relax into that and we let go of any idea of something happening later in time, then we begin to regain our balance again. It begins to all kind of come together when we're like, I'm just going to sit back. I'm just going to watch this amazing unfolding happen. This illusion of this unfolding happen, and we want to be that center. You want to be the love of your life. You want to be the divinity of your life, because your current concept of yourself, the current identity that you are giving yourself right now, is literally what is creating your past and your future right here and now. You change your entire past. You change your entire future by who you are, who you say you are right now, who you identify with, which is why you want to be like, okay, I'm at the center of the divine mind. I'm at the center of my being. I'm at the here and now, right here and now. I'm in a hallucination. This is the projection. I'm going to calm the fuck down. And you're just going to kind of be like, okay, let's just stop. Let's just stop all this craziness, right? Because we keep thinking that all of our desires, all the things we want to manifest is somewhere out there, that we have to do something to deserve it. that we have to go through some kind of process, some kind of technique, some kind of, all this stuff that we have to do to somehow get it right. Magically, somehow, oh my God, I finally got it right, right? No, you don't have to do anything. All the processes and techniques and all of those things are just to kind of put your focus on like, oh yeah, I'm going to have some of that. My hallucination, my world, baby, my rules. I'm going to have that. So any process or technique is just to kind of put your focus on that. But of course you would get everything, you want, because it's just who you are. It's your own illusion. It's your own hallucination. And it's nothing else. Everything talks about that, about Maya, the illusion, the dream time. Like every culture in history talks about these things. And this is what they mean. This is what is truly going on here. And at least with quantum physics and things like that, we can finally, for the 3D mind, have that confirmation that, yeah, that's actually true. We do not see reality whatsoever. I mean, like I've said, 1/10 trillionth of the light spectrum. The light spectrum involves all created matter, right? For all of creation, of course, the unmanifested, that's in pure potential is just, infinite, right? But what is actually manifested in a form, in a reality, all of that's the light spectrum. That's what the light spectrum is. All that exists. And we see 1/10 trillionth of it, which, as I always say, is absolutely nothing. So we can't let our world pull us back into it. The 3D mind wants to pull you back into, all this stuff. Oh, you need to do this. You didn't do that. You shouldn't eat this. Oh my gosh, if you do that, you better work. You better push hard. Oh boy, if you don't, you're not going to get it if you don't persist, right? Don't persist in those things. Persist in love. Persist in remembering who you really are, right? Because there's that part of you that is, in your heart that knows that these things must be true. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here right now watching videos like this. Because there's a part of you that knows, that is so sure that you are literally following that breadcrumb trail, trying to convince yourself, trying to reconnect with that, right? But it's just true. You're trying to make yourself believe it, but it is true. You look it up. That's why I love the whole quantum physics thing, because there you go. 3D mind, you want an explanation? Here you go. That this stuff is true, that what I feel in my heart is true. Absolutely. So persist in love, persist in states of gratitude, and, in feeling already fulfilled, and enjoyment, and being the love of your life, and loving your life, because that's natural. That is natural and normal for you. You would have just done that as a little kid. You would have naturally done those things. So that's the way that where you want to be. That you don't have to deserve a darn thing. Nothing. You don't have to do anything. You just have to realize what this is. It's a hallucination. That's all it is. Remember, you're the creator of it all, and you can have anything you want. Just know that. Just sit back, watch it unfold, and enjoy your life. Love yourself. Value you. And the whole world will too. I hope that has helped. I, of course, am your host, Sky Cheyenne. Thank you for being with me once again here on Rebuild Reality. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking, for sharing, for all your comments. As always, it's nice to be with you guys. Spend some time together. Which is why, of course, I look forward to seeing you here next time on Rebuild Reality.